So wonderful to see you back in a musical.
Thank you.
Was it wonderful for you? I mean, you carried this film on your shoulders.
I do not carry this. I carry it on my hunch, along with all the people helping, all the other actors who are sublime. I mean, this is really, truly an ensemble piece in that every person's story is hugely important and weaves together thematically to tell the whole tale.
Well, your character could so easily be branded as a villain, and yet I felt sympathy for her as a mother.
Me too. I
Tell me
felt
about
sympathy for the witch. Well, I sort of think that a lot of things in life, you know, if you behave badly, there's always a reason. Sometimes you have a good reason for doing the wrong thing. And it's all about the choices, you know, that we make. And so this witch sets a bunch of things in motion basically because of what happened to her, what was done to her. And then her life changes because she wants to safeguard this child. And I really understood the sources of her anxiety, and it's a very modern, in a way, anxiety.
And wanting to protect your little girl.
Wanting to keep your children safe and going too far overboard. The making of it was, I mean, we all, we were talking about it last night, we all just shot up out of bed, couldn't wait to go to work, because there's something about, you know, they piped the orchestra, the music in to the soundstage. And even when we were out in the forest in Windsor, we had this beautiful music surrounding us. So we were already in a movie. Do you know how you have to wait? You're in a movie and you're acting, and then you go and you see and it's scored and everything. And it feels like a movie because music kind of fills up the whole emotional landscape. And usually it happens after the fact. And this one, it was there from the first day. So we felt it. We were in the world. It automatically put us there.
Did Sondheim come by at all, or has he seen it?
Oh my God, yes. He was there the very first day. We were recording, and I was the first one up. And I looked out through the little, you know, you're sitting in this little booth, you have earphones on and a microphone. Outside in these rooms are the London Symphony Orchestra musicians. And then in that room is Rob, and next to Rob is Sondheim. Nobody told me. So yeah, that was a little Shrek.
How does anybody, intimidate Meryl Streep? My God.
Easily, especially a legend and our greatest, you know, living composer. And
I'm sure he
I was
felt
just
honored.
It was actually one of the greatest afternoons of my whole life, creative life, because we were working on the song. I was singing it, and he was liking what I was singing, and I made a mistake on one of the half notes, and he said, no, keep it, it's better. You know, it's like we were still working on it, and it was alive. I don't know about that, but certainly he was, and I was really, it was thrilling. It was truly, truly thrilling to be admitted into that circle.
Emily Blunt, who's such a sweetheart, came in before, and she's such a good interview too, and she was telling me how she feels it's your role in life to ruin her. You follow her now from movie to movie and just give her a hard time.
What is she doing next, Susan? I'd like to know.
She did tell me, but I'm not going to tell you.
Well, I can get in there. I think I can.
Cause a little trouble?
Oh, I adore her. She's magic. Isn't she enchanting? That's the word in this piece. She's enchanting.
And Chris Pine said he was terrified when he sat down at a table read with Meryl Streep. He said, and you know, she was pretty cool.
Everybody was pretty cool. We were all shaking in our boots because we all felt, you know, there was a big job to do, and it was a fun one. If we brought everything, it was going to be satisfying.
And have you seen it?
I've seen it.
You were happy?
I'm beside myself.
Great.
I can't wait to see it again. I can't say that about every one of my films.
You said that about Mamma Mia, I remember.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Because the music.
Yes.
You know, you really,
it lifts you.
and these performances are divine, and there are so many infinite different ways of preening that Chris Pine does in that waterfall, and Billy Magnuson.
Yeah.
I don't know who's a bigger ham.
Yeah.
For you, who's your community that you turn to keep it real with you, to, you know, support you, everything?
Well, my husband is sort of the center. I mean, no question. And my kids, I rely on them now. They're grown up. I said to them, Thanksgiving, you're cooking now. I rely on everybody. And I'm not just talking the sides.
You're making them
I'm
do it
just
all?
doing the sides. I got everything delegated now. It's fabulous.
Do you trust them to do it all?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
They're all, you know, and they're all extremely picky about the way I do stuff. So now this is, you know, full circle. This is great. Somebody said can't remember who said this, but that the day your child is born, you begin to learn to let go. And so if you do your job right, they leave, you know, and they go off into their own life and strong and ready for the world. And it's just the hardest thing in the world to do, to let go. I like to work with Will Ferrell and Daniel Day-Lewis.
And she'd love to work again with her Doubt co-star Viola Davis.
But, you know, she's very hard to get.
She's getting away with murder right now.
I know, she's busy.
But if Murder executive producer Shonda Rhimes should pick up the phone.
If Shonda calls you, since you said you want to work with Viola, would you do it?
Oh, definitely.
But first, Meryl heads into the woods Christmas Day.
I have been obsessed with Into the Woods since it debuted on Broadway 27 years ago, and there's been talk of turning it into a movie for almost that long. So when I heard that it was finally happening with none other than the great Meryl Streep leading an all-star cast, I mean, I could barely contain myself. So the film is glorious, and you can imagine how I felt when I got to talk about it face-to-face with one of the greatest actresses ever to appear on screen.
Go to the woods!
Are you in the musicals in high school?
Of course.
Which ones?
Pretty much all of them. Cabaret, Into the Woods.
Wow.
We did
Really?
Anything Goes.
Did you do Into the
Grease.
Woods, all of it, or just the first act?
No, we just did we did that musically.
Yeah.
Just one little musical geek with probably the most famous high school drama geek ever.
Just to be able to sing this stuff it's a pure joy.
to shield you from the world. Into the Woods, the Stephen Sondheim musical that won 3 Tonys, is a beautiful mix of our favorite fairy tales. This time it has Emily Blunt as the baker's wife, Johnny Depp as the big bad wolf, and the spellbinding Meryl Streep as the scene-stealing witch. We've seen Meryl's song and dance in Mamma Mia, but this time the legendary Streep shows us why she's the queen of everything.
Not always.
I honor this, and I got ready all summer and practiced at home in my kitchen when everyone was out of the house.
Oh, you waited till everybody left. You didn't want anybody
Oh, no,
to hear
that cleared the house.
But before Meryl left our chat, she requested that I belt out a few notes from the musical.
The way is clear, the light is good. I have no fear. No.
My multiple Oscar-winning audience member guessing spot on my teenage role.
I knew it!